Hi everyone, my name is Sujata and I want to share with you 10 reasons why my clients are not counting calories. And I hope after watching this video, you're not going to be depending just on counting calories to lose weight as well. So let's get started with the reasons why my clients don't use calorie counting to lose weight. Firstly, not all calories are the same. So if you're having, for instance, 200 calories from ice cream, that's really different from 200 calories you're going to be having from fresh fruit. And there is a difference, and that's because of the second reason, and that's the quality of the foods that you're having. How's the food been prepared? Is it a natural food? Is it a whole food? Or is it highly processed where it's got a lot of sugar, fat, or even salt in it? The third reason is when we're counting calories, we're not thinking necessarily about our health and our well-being. We're focusing predominantly just on weight loss and the number on the scales. And that is not a healthy place to be, because your health is not just defined by what your weight is. It's also defined by things like your energy, your sleep, your moods, your digestion. So don't make it just about counting calories. Fourth, there are many differences in how calories get used by somebody. So, if I'm eating 200 calories, it's very different to somebody else using eating 200 calories, because the way our body metabolizes this food. And also there is a different requirement from person to person for calories. It might be based on your gender, your activity level as well, and also your weight. So don't be depending just on calorie counting as your main gauge of your success on your weight loss journey. Another thing that calorie counting does is it causes this really unhealthy relationship with food. It causes it because you're thinking about food constantly, and you're beginning to put food in good or bad categories. And you begin to put things such as chocolate, or you'll be putting things like cheese, or you'll be putting things like, having tortilla chips in the bad category, because you think, okay, these are higher in calories and I shouldn't be having them. And you think, well, I'll eat only the vegetables and I'll only have, whole grains. However, you don't need to only be eating vegetables. You can have the other foods as your treats, but don't have this unhealthy relationship because you're just counting calories and then feeling guilty when you've exceeded your calorie count. And that's the next point I want to talk about. When you exceed your calorie count, you get to a point where you can't eat anything else. And I've worked with clients who would hit their calorie count soon after lunch. That meant they weren't eating anything at tea time. They weren't having anything for dinner. They get home tired. They'd be irritable. They prepare a meal for the family, but they couldn't eat the food themselves. And then because they're not feeling really happy, they're feeling really tired, they don't sleep well. And it was just causing this, I call it the downward spiral of counting calories, where when you've hit that count, you're just feeling miserable and frustrated within yourself, and you don't have the energy to even do the fun things that you want to be doing with your family, or even when you're at work, you're not as productive as well when you are at work. Another reason why I'm not very keen on counting calories is you stop listening to your body and to your own body's cues, right? Often we will be told by our body, right? Like, am I hungry? Am I thirsty? But when you're counting calories, you're not really thinking of these signs that your body is giving to you. You're just thinking about it as being a meal time, and these are the number of allocated calories that I should be having. So again, you're not connected and aware with what really your body needs. In my program, we talk a lot about eating mindfully and eating intuitively as well. The next reason why my clients don't count calories is it's often seen as a really quick fix. Yes, you can count calories and you can have, a very low calorie diet in order to lose the weight. But as soon as you go back to your normal way of eating, that quick fix stops working and you're going to regain the weight. So rather than just going through these, yo-yo diets where you lose the weight really quickly, but it comes back on really quickly, I would suggest making sustainable changes that last. And that's why calorie counting doesn't work again, because it's unsustainable. It's restrictive. It makes you feel deprived. It makes you feel unhappy within yourself. So if you've tried calorie counting and you didn't like it, then please find other ways of losing weight. Don't just depend on counting calories and feel unhappy about it. Your weight loss journey should never be one where you are not looking forward to your meals. With the programs, when I guide my clients, they're very much excited about what they're eating. They're eating the same meals as their family, and they're always feeling full. So they never go to bed hungry. They're never feeling that they've hit this low in energy because they haven't eaten a proper meal. There are many inaccuracies as well when counting calories, because the calorie count that's given on the food label is not always the same calorie count it will be when you actually eat the food. So there may be discrepancies in this number. And when you're also exercising and it says on a machine, on the running machine or the cycling machine or the rowing machine, these are the number of calories you've burnt, again, there will be inaccuracies in this. So this is not an exact science. So if you're just depending on this to lose weight, it won't be the solution for you. You do need to consider other things. And for your health, it's really important that you're not only depending on counting calories, because as I mentioned earlier, we've got to think about the quality of the foods. There may be deficiencies in the nutrition that you're having. You may be not having enough vitamins or minerals or antioxidants because you're focusing just on the calorie count. I would want you to think about your long term. Where am I going to be, not just in a month's time because I've counted calories, but where am I going to be, 3 months or 6 months or a few years even from today? So keep it sustainable, keep it to something fun, and think of this as more an educational journey where you're learning what to eat that keeps you feeling full so you can stop dieting and lose the weight and keep it off for good. If you've got any questions, let me know and I'll be happy to speak to you.